Any new developments in the last few days?
Just go down the path to the city. If you run into a fellow with a black robe, then you'll know what's new.
Have the black robes come to see you yet?
Yeah, they've been here for a few days. If you ask me, they come straight from hell.
How are your sheep?
As if that would interest you at all. You have other problems.
My problems? What would you know about that?
Do you belong to the city guard or not? Then do something about these black robe bastards.
Hey, watch your mouth, buddy.
All you can do is talk big. The best thing would be if you went away.
Well, don't get all worked up.
Beat it.
How's your farm?
I can't stand it anymore. All of a sudden, these fellows in black hoods showed up and posted themselves on the road, and on my farm. Short time later, my wife took deathly ill again. She spends most of the time just lying in bed. And that happens to her frequently. I'm falling apart here.
Have you talked to the men in black?
Sure. There was no way to prevent it. I think they're looking for someone.
Why don't you take your wife to the healer?
We ought to go to the city to see Vatras about it. But I won't budge an inch from my farm as long as things are so chaotic here.
What's up?
Aren't you feeling well?
No, not at all. I've got this awful fever again. I should really go and see the town healer. but I'm too weak for that.
Can I help?
It would be wonderful if you could go to Vatras and get me my medicine. He'll know what is to be done. I can't do it anymore.
That's been known a long time.
That's the first I've heard of it.
I don't believe it.
Nobody wants to know.
Don't tell me you didn't
I've
know
enough
that.
trouble as it is.
The things I could tell
Just
you.
listen to him talk.
I'd have done it differently.
I bring you news from Garand. Here, he gave me this message for you.
Our situation is worse than I had feared, but report to me on the situation in the Valley of Mines.
The Paladins are holed up in the castle in the Valley of Mines, surrounded by orcs. There were many casualties in the prospecting operations, and there's barely any ore left. Well, I should say that without any help, the lads are lost. That's how it looks.
I shall find a way to rescue this expedition. You have done much for us. Innos will thank you.
I'm not all that interested in his gratitude. I want his eye.
Yes, of course, I stand by my word. Take this letter. It will open the monastery gates to you. Speak with Pyrokar, the highest fire magician, and show him this authorization. He will grant you access to the Eye of Innos. One more thing before you go. Take this rune as a token of my gratitude. It will take you safely back to the city whenever you want.
I want to take up service with the Order.
To be a warrior of Innos means to devote yourself entirely to the cause of Innos. Only the noblest and bravest warriors are accepted into our order. If you are truly determined to become a paladin, you must prove that you are worthy.
How can I prove myself worthy?
Your deeds will show whether you are worthy. We fight for freedom and justice in the name of Innos. We fight against Beliar and his henchmen who want to destroy the just order of Innos.
I understand.
You understand nothing at all. Our honor is our life, and our life is Innos. A paladin goes into battle praising Innos, and many of us have lost our lives on the altar of the eternal strife between good and evil. Every single one of us has committed himself to this tradition. If we fail, we tarnish the deeds of our fallen comrades. Only he who truly understands this is worthy of being a paladin.
How's the situation?
I must find a way to rescue this expedition. We must do something against the dragons. Perhaps the Eye of Innos can save us all now.
What are you doing here?
What do you think, huh? I'm a gardener. I take care of the garden.
You're pretty much by yourself here, aren't you?
Yes, and it should stay that way. I'm glad that I have some peace here. Once, they wanted to send me to the penal colony because I did some guy in. But Larius, the governor, needed another gardener, and so I could stay here. Over time, this garden has become my home, and I'm content with that. So you're one of us. Then I got some useful information for you. Some of the houses up here have secret panels that can only be opened by hidden switches. People hide their valuables behind them.
Are you growing herbs as well?
A few. I'm growing fireweed and fire nettles. I also tried swamp weed, but that doesn't really thrive here. Well, I just harvested. So if you want to buy something.
Show me your wares.
You should really have known better.
It's a bad business.
That's no secret.
Justice will prevail in the end.
No idea. You tell me.
If he doesn't see that, I can't.
I've been to the Valley of Mines.
And? How's the situation there?
The mines are all depleted. There's barely more than a few chests full of ore. It's hardly worth digging for that.
That can't be true. That means I'm ruined.
What about our deal?
Now, about your reward. Here's your
I
ring.
could tell you.
If he doesn't see that, I can't help him.
You don't have to tell me that.
I'd have done it differently.
And so he set himself between his brothers in order to
That's the first I've heard of it.
Hey, you!
He works all day, too.
I've got some special snapper claws for you.
My customer will be happy to hear that. Here's the ring I promised you.
Really? How interesting.
Show me your wares.
Honestly, I witnessed it myself.
And he works all day, too.
He simply talks too much.
These are bad times.
But that's terrible.
He had better shut up.
And it's going to get even worse.
I won't tell her a thing for now.
But that's terrible.
These are bad times.
Someone's got to do the work.
And it's gonna get even worse.
But that's terrible.
That's typical, isn't it?
I won't tell her a thing from now on.
And it's gonna get even worse.
Go away, don't tell me that.
I don't believe that.
And he works all day, too.
That's an open secret.
You really didn't deserve that.
Go away, don't tell me that.
I thought you were trying to pick a fight with me. Did you change your mind? You prefer talking, right?
Show me your wares.
You don't say.
He can't keep anything to himself.
But that's terrible. Go away. Don't tell me that.
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
Wait a minute.
That's not what my husband did.
What are you doing here?
I make sure that nobody enters the houses. Explicit order from Lord Hagen, and don't even think about violating this order.
Really? How interesting.
I come from our mutual friend Ramirez.
Oh? That Ramirez is a little rat, and he's no friend of mine. Never mind. Did you bring me anything?
That depends on what it is you want.
That's not what my husband thinks.
Okay, I'll tell you how it works. You pay 250 gold pieces, then I won't be here at night. If you're too conspicuous and I happen to be in the area, the deal is off.
That's what I always say.
The human slew the beast.
He listened to the wrong people.
No idea. You tell me.
Justice will prevail.
What are you doing here?
Who are you then? Looks like you're new and have no idea what's going on around here. They call me Gerbrandt. That's Mr. Gerbrandt. Sir to you. Got it?
I got it, Gerbrandt.
Careful with that big mouth of yours. You'd better show me a little more respect, or else you're headed for all kinds of trouble here. I call the shots here. Whoever causes trouble has to answer to me, and it better skip town in a hurry, because once I'm done with him, he'll wish he'd never laid eyes on me. Most people around the harbor work for me. If you're ever looking for work, you had better see to it that my memories of you are pleasant ones.
Is it really true?
I'm not telling you anything new.
You mustn't believe everything you hear.
Don't think you'll learn anything from me.
We can only wait and see.
You hardly know who to believe.
Don't say you didn't know that.
I never knew that.
Nobody ever asked for my opinion.
Good thing you're here.
I never
You
knew
need
that.
to help me.
Where did you pick that up then?
What are you doing here?
I've been observing the guards. They're constantly on their toes. I don't think it will be easy for me to get through there.
He insisted he knew better.
It was just
What kind of clothes are these?
I bought them from a trader outside of
Nobody will learn
town.
anything from
The
me.
guards wouldn't let me in at first. Also, there's no need to let the whole world know where I come from.
I'm not
You've got a
telling you
point
anything
there.
new.
That's the way I see it. But even though I've dumped my shadow garb, I'm still who I always was. And I have big plans for this city.
I knew that would be a problem.
What is this about?
A lot of things have changed since I left here. I have to get back on my feet somehow.
Wait and see.
What's the problem?
I have to get into the upper quarter. But I'm not a citizen of the town, and I don't have enough money to bribe the guards. That's where you come in.
So you want me to lend you some gold?
Nonsense. I've got some gold.
Didn't deserve
A
that.
whole lot of gold, even. Unfortunately, I don't have it with me. You need to go fetch my gold for me.
It's a
Okay, I'll help you.
Well, listen. Back when the barrier was still in place, I hid a small treasure. It's been quite a while. That's why I forgot to take it with me. And I can't leave here at all at the moment. To cut a long story short, you must go to the Valley of Mines for me and fetch my gold.
Oh, wait. Don't tell me that.
Where's the gold hidden?
Directly at the trading square, above the abandoned mine. It's in a leather satchel. Spare yourself that comment. I know myself that we must have walked right past it. Just bring me the bag. But don't forget to check that it's the right one, so you don't walk all that way for nothing.
How can I recognize it?
It's full of gold. A whole lot of gold.
I don't believe that.
Where did you get all that gold?
Am I the only one, then, who put some gold aside for himself in the Valley of Mines? Filching a few nuggets was a piece of cake, just in case we ever got out of there. Everybody was so keen on that ore that no one even cared for gold at the time.
Who says things like that?
I'll try to find your gold.
Just do it. That's enough for me.
These are bad times.
Leave everything here. I've heard a thing or two.
He had better shut up.
Listen to me.
Where have you been gadding about for so long? I need more skins. Did you bring any?
I've got a few skins for you.
Wolf skin, that's good. A warg skin? Those beasts are tough. Good work. Come see me again when you have more.
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
Show me your wares.
And it's gonna get even worse.
It can't go on like this forever. I'm not touching that.
Really? How interesting.
And Enos, in his wisdom, did so.
I was at your hut in the Valley of Mines.
So it's still standing. Did you find it?
If you mean your pouch with the lumps of ore, yes, I have it.
You're
But
a
the
fox.
light was
You
a
know that.
torment
Do you
for
have it with
Beliar.
you?
All
I'll give you
that
100
Enos
gold coins
created
for it.
Was destroyed by Beliar.
Sure.
Terrific.
Adonos saw that this way,
Why did you leave it
nothing
there in the
could
first
exist
place?
At all.
I had no idea
light
that ore was so
and no
valuable here in
darkness.
Khorinis. For one measly piece of ore, you couldn't get so much as a place to sleep back in
And
the penal
so
colony,
he
in the
set
harbor city.
himself between
They'll practically
his brothers
bash your skull
in order
in
to
if they find out you
reconcile
have
their
ore on you.
dispute, and he did not.
I hope that I'll get it back
succeed.
soon.
But there, where Adonos
Give me 100
stood,
gold coins,
was a place
and I'll
in
give
which
you your ore
Enos
back.
and Beliar
Deal.
had no
Here you go.
power.
You're a real friend. Thanks a lot.
And in this place, order and chaos were equal, and so the sea was created. And the sea released the land, and there arose all creatures, trees as...
I've got another stone tablet for you.
Great! Here, take a few potions as a reward.
Lobart's wife Hilda is sick.
What? Again? The good woman should take better care of herself. One hard winter and she won't be with us anymore. All right. I will give her a medicine to reduce the fever. Oh, and while you're at it, you might as well drop it off with her.
That's typical, isn't it?
Hey, you!
Honestly, I witnessed it myself.
I took care of the bandits.
Really? Anyone could say that. Do you have proof?
Anything to say.
Should I go back and cut off their heads?
If I hadn't seen
No.
it with my own eyes.
I don't think that will be necessary. I believe you. You have done the merchants and the city a great service. Here is the money you
Can't
have
keep
promised.
anything to himself.
Show me your wares.
Always said.
Now that's typical, isn't it?
That's not what I heard.
I can't take care of everything for everybody.
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
I can't take care of everything for everybody.
You don't say.
But that's terrible.
Show me your wares.
That's not what I heard.
And it's gonna get even worse.
Someone's gotta do the work.
Now that's typical, isn't it?
That's an open secret.
Someone's gonna do the work.
I can't take care of everything for everybody.
These are bad times.
Honestly, I witnessed it myself.
Hey, come closer. Take a break and have a sip of cool beer. Nothing hits the spot like a cool pint after work.
Hear ye, inhabitants
Can
of
you make me a
Khorinis.
prophecy?
By the
Yes.
explicit order of the
Time has
Honorable Lord
progressed,
Hagen, the following
and I
decree
shall
is
give you a
hereby
prophecy
enacted.
in
The
return
mercenary
for a few
Smith
coins.
Bennett, who
How much?
treacherously
For a
murdered the
paltry
paladin Lothar, has been
250
condemned in the
coins.
name of
I shall
Innos.
risk a
The
glance through
sentence is
time
death
for you.
by hanging. The execution will take
Tell
place
me
in
about
a
the
few
future.
days.
All right, son of knowledge. I shall now enter a state of trance. Are you ready? You shall force what is nobody's destiny but yours through fire and snow, through ice and flames, men in foreign armor, a swamp, lizards, they await you. That's all. There's nothing more I can see.
Hear ye, inhabitants of Khorinis. By the explicit order of the Honorable Lord Hagen, the following decree is hereby enacted. The mercenary Smith Bennett, who treacherously murdered the paladin Lothar, has been condemned in the name of Innos. The sentence is death by hanging. The execution will take place in a few days. Don't bother me, I'm on duty.
How come you're in the slammer?
Those swine have thrown me in the hole. I'm supposed to have murdered a paladin. But I didn't do it. They're only trying to frame me.
Why would they do that?
How would I know? You've got to get me out of here. Talk to Lord Hagen. Tear down the wall. Who cares? Just do something.
What happened?
I went downtown with Hodges to buy some supplies for our boys. Suddenly, we heard a loud scream and the sound of running feet.
Get to the point.
We knew at once that something had happened and that they would grab us at once if they saw us there. We ran like hell, then just before we got to the city gate, I tripped and sprained my ankle. The rest is soon told. The militia was on me at once and they threw me straight into this hole.
Who was murdered?
I have no idea. One of the paladins. I don't know them.
Have you got a name?
Some Lothar, I think. Well, I don't know. I'm not really sure. You had better ask Lord Hagen. He knows all the details.
Do they have any evidence against you?
They say they have a witness who recognized me.
Well, do you know who the witness is?
No, all I know is that he's lying.
Who's leading the investigation?
Lord Hagen himself. Since the victim was one of the paladins, this falls under martial law.
What does that mean?
That's easy to guess. If I don't get out of here, they're going to let me swing without further ado. You've got to help me or there'll be a war. Lee's not going to take this lying down. You can figure out for yourself what that means.
Hear ye, inhabitants of Khorinis, by the explicit order The sentence is death by hanging. The execution will take place in a few days.
And Enos, in his wisdom, did so.
Just like you said. I wouldn't be so sure.
There's nothing you can do about it.
Really? Tell me that isn't true. I've got my own opinion about that.
It had to happen sooner or later.
For the king!
I agree with you completely.
Nobody ever asked for my opinion.
I've got no time for this.
I need to talk to you about Bennett.
But that's the mercenary who murdered one of my men.
I believe that Bennett is innocent.
The evidence is clear. He is guilty.
So what if the proof is wrong?
Be careful what you say. You raise some serious accusations. If you cannot present me with evidence that the witness lied, then you had best hold your tongue.
How come you're so sure that Bennett is the killer?
We have a witness. As you can see, there is no doubt about the mercenary's guilt.
Who is that witness?
Cornelius, the governor's secretary, saw the murder. His description fits Bennett, no doubt about that. As far as I am concerned, that settles the matter. The mercenary will hang for treason.
You saw the murder of Lothar, didn't you?
I need not answer any questions about a current investigation. Lord Hagen already has everything I know on record.
What was it you saw?
Really, I haven't got any time now. You need to go now. The office is closing.
Enough of that. What did you see?
I saw how the mercenary struck down the paladin from behind, and then he took his sword and rammed it through his chest.
Are you completely sure?
Yes, of course. I saw it with my own eyes, but I really haven't got any time now. There's a huge pile of paperwork I need to do.
Hey, you! I don't believe you.
So what? What are you going to do about it?
You hold your life dear, don't you?
If you attack me, they'll hang you. I have powerful friends, so don't you dare lay a finger on me. Now, get out of here, or I'll call the guards.
Wait a minute. I don't believe you.
So what? What are you going to do about it?
Perjury will land you in the slammer for a long time.
You're trying to threaten me? A little guardsman is threatening me, the secretary to the governor? If you don't get lost right now, I'll see to it that you are demoted.
Hey, you! I don't believe you.
So what?
What is it you want?
You don't even have enough gold to pay me.
How much?
2,000 gold pieces. Well, that could make me rethink the matter.
wisdom.
I couldn't get away with that.
You mustn't believe everything you hear.
I never knew that.
I've got no time for things like that.
Where did you pick that up then?
Nobody ever asked for my opinion.
Honestly, I witnessed it myself. These are bad times. I don't believe that. That's an open secret. Don't tell this.
Hey,
I don't
Listen to
believe
the
that.
wrong people.
For all your stuff, I'll give you 50 gold pieces.
That's
That's
an
all
open
just
secret.
gossip.
Honestly,
all right, sold.
myself.
We've made some good deals today. Better not come back until tomorrow, or somebody might get suspicious.
That's
You
an
see?
open secret.
Show me your fish.
Really? How interesting.
Someone's got to do the work.
Don't tell this to anyone.
Myself.
He can't keep anything to himself.
He simply talks too much.
It can't go on like this forever.
I'm not telling you anything new.
Give me something to drink.
Better watch out when you tell
Hey. Here's your aquamarine ring.
Good for you. I thought you'd lost it.
Have you ever used a teleporter stone?
No, but I've heard of them. The water mages aren't too sure about those things yet.
I've given it a try.
Of course you have. You're not afraid of anything, are you? Well, if you want to use the things, go ask Orlin, the tavern owner, whether he'll let you into his boarded-up cave. I think he has hidden one of the teleporter stones for the water mages near his tavern. Walk out of the eastern city gate and simply follow the path. You can't miss it.
Any news of Bennett?
They seem to have taken him to the barracks and tossed him into the dungeon.
How can we get him out of there?
I don't have any ideas so far. I can't get to his cell to talk to him. All I can do is keep my ears open, but there isn't much to learn around here.
Hey, you! What's going on at the harbor?
Look around for yourself. There's nothing going on here.
Show me your wares.
They never should have let it get so far. Now one of the mercenaries has actually murdered a paladin. Something had to happen one of these days.
Ah!